My name is Homer Blow. I am the program director, music director, and on-air radio personality for WNOV 860 AM radio in Milwaukee. My favorite teen pregnancy ad is the one that comes right on and says, "Hello, Rapist." That ad is so bold, in your face, and direct, and lets them know that, hey, what you're doing is wrong.
Hello, Rapist. You don't mind if I call you that, do you? Sure, rapist is kind of an ugly word, but let's not sugarcoat this. You're over 18 and you had sex with a teenage girl. That's rape. Now, I know rapists like yourself probably don't think of yourselves as rapists, but what other term should we use? Nice older guy who tricked an underage girl into having sex? It's a little wordy. Rapist gets right to the point. But hey, what do you care? I mean, maybe being a rapist hasn't changed your life, but it's changed two other people's lives. The girl you raped and the baby who doesn't have a father. Apparently you didn't know that teenage mothers who get pregnant are more likely to raise children who end up in prison. Which is kind of interesting. Because if you'd actually been caught for your crime, maybe someday you could have gotten to know the child you brought into this world. Here's a conversation starter. I'm your dad, and I'm a rapist. Nice to meet you.
If you're an adult and have sex with a teenage girl, it's statutory rape.
You can't help but when you hear that, if you know you are one of these individuals out here who are preying on these young girls, that they're talking about you. They're talking about you, and if it makes you feel bad, you should feel bad.
That commercial you just did was such a great commercial. Wouldn't that be a great thing, a tool to use, like for internet predators or, even just people who go after young girls in general? I think that would be a great thing to use all over the place.
There's a lot of different messages that are always put out there, but in my opinion, that is a priority message that needed to be heard.
This is definitely a serious topic that everyone should get in on. I mean, this is the most terriblest thing that's happening in our community.
The teenage pregnancy problem is not so much high just because of teens having sex with other teens. I believe it's these older men, grown men, who are preying on these women.
I had my first child at 15, and I mean, it's a really hard situation. And like I said, a lot of girls do listen to these promises, and I mean, we really need to speak out because this is getting ridiculous.
They think of it as, he loves me, he's my father figure, he's my security blanket. And because of that, so many men get away with it. The response for the Rapist ad was phenomenal.
Those are some powerful spots, man. Very powerful.
It was bold, in your face, had a lot of positive calls and comments of people saying that, you know what, I love the fact that y'all are playing that, and I hope that it will begin to make a change. And there were people who were in situations where they may have been condoning that type of behavior, allowing their teenage girls to be with men that were grown and didn't pay attention.
On another, these young ladies are pretty overly sexual and they're pretty aggressive. They're just out of their league, and then you deal with, a man who's not in his right mind. He's going to take, advantage of those situations. We have a responsibility to, just because she's coming at you like that, don't mean you need to take advantage of it.
And we had calls of people saying that, you know what, it made me have to talk with my teenage daughter. So the ad really did accomplish what it was meant to accomplish, in my opinion. And that's why I gave it some extra love and airplay.